Hi, my name is Mike, better known as Paraphrase, and I am addicted to pornography and masturbation. It's been a really huge problem for me for a pretty long time now. But it never hit me that I was addicted until I was 25. I just remember, trying numerous times to, kick the habit. But I was never able to do it. And then one day, it just dawned on me like, Mike, you're addicted to this. Like, this ain't just something like you just do like every now and then. Like, you've never seemed to, like, you've never been able to put this to an end. You are an addict. Which is, something I never wanted to claim, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I can't really deny the truth, Backstory about how this started. For those of y'all that's new to my channel, don't really know me, I'm a 28-year-old virgin. And I grew up in a Christian household. And, sex is one of them things that's kind of like borderline taboo, And I was always taught that sex is supposed to be between husband and wife, and that's it. So I took that and I decided to, wait until I got married to have sex. But beneath that commitment lies, this, I guess not really a secret, but just this little detail about my life that a lot of people don't know about, only a handful know. I think it must have started when I was maybe, I want to say 11 or 12. I just remember, one day stumbling across some dirty magazines, and that's what really sparked my curiosity about like the female anatomy. My dad actually had the birds and the bees talk with me, and prior to that, I actually used to think that women had penises just like men. I wasn't very inquisitive as a kid, so that's where it started with these dirty magazines. It was some Maxim magazines, and the thing about Maxim magazines, they don't really show like everything. They leave some to the imagination, but still, you see enough skin to like, spark your curiosity. It wasn't until I was in 7th grade, I was 13. One of my friends at school was, always talking about sex and boobs and all this. And I don't know. He would never shut up about it. So I decided to go home one day and, I logged on to some porno sites, and yeah, it was all downhill from there. The strange thing about it though, like when I turned 15, me, my mom, and my dad, we moved down to Austin, Texas. And at that point, I had pretty much kicked that habit. Like, I just looked at it as, we were all kind of, in a way, turning over a new leaf as new beginnings. So I figured, well, this would be the perfect time to stop then. But, give it a year and a half afterwards, and I was right back to watching porn. I think like when I first started watching porn, it was really about like, just typical boyhood stuff, being infatuated with a woman's body. But when I had stopped and then started back, it was kind of like, I don't know, I felt like I had kind of started having a type of love-hate relationship with pornography. Because the thing about me, throughout my adolescence, I was never a ladies' man, Like, I was a nerd. I was the guy that always got rejected, always got made fun of. I was a nerd, and like at the time, the girls I liked, they was into like, the bad boys, the thugs and whatnot. So for me, it was like, I think I had started back because like it was a sense of loneliness, since this girl that I like, she don't like me that way. It's like I hate feeling lonely, but I don't really have true feelings for these women on the internet. But it's like, what else can I do, It's like with each year, like I seem to like just dig myself deeper and deeper into this addiction. And like when I first started watching porn, like I was mainly like watching lesbian porn because, I didn't want to see another man's penis. And for like any LGBT people watching this right now, like don't get mad at me for saying that. It's just like, in that time period, it's like it was just a stigma around it at the time. But eventually, like, I got bored with lesbian porn, so I just started watching straight porn. And then eventually after that, it was like, this isn't enough. Like, I was still like trying to hold on to my innocence, my virginity, but like I still wanted to be able to like make, these fantasies more realistic, or, and it got to a point where I had made a secret Twitter account just so I could interact with my favorite porn stars. And I just remember thinking like, dude, what are you doing? Like, is this really the life that you want to live? Like, you don't have no real true feelings for any of these women. Like, why do you do this? And it's like every time, I masturbate, it's like afterwards I'm like, why did I just do that? I always kind of like looked at dudes that had like, I always thought I was different from dudes that was like actually having sex and like playing girls dirty, but I realized I'm really not that different. I went about it a different way, really. But truth be told, I'm just like them. And that was a big pill for me to swallow, because, I never wanted to be that type of guy. It just, stuff I went through with my girlfriends and, women I dated. I just got to a point where I was sick of not feeling like I was good enough, and not feeling appreciated. Even now, I'm still like terrified of rejection. My problem with letting me talk to any woman that I like is like, and that pride may have very well just costed me the love of my life. It's like I turned to pornography to fill this void in my spirit that only a woman can feel, you know. I mean, really, more than anything, I crave I crave intimacy. I crave, you know, affection more than I do sex. So, but it's like, it's hard for me to be affectionate with, you know, somebody that I really don't like that way. And this is really hard for me to talk about because I know I tell myself that I don't care about nobody else's opinion, but like, you know, there's only like a handful of people in my life whose opinions that like I actually value. And I just keep thinking like, if they knew this about me, how would they see me? You know what I mean? Anybody else, I don't care. But, you know, I've tried, you know, find ways to combat this, but it's just, I can never seem to pull it off. And I think what it is I don't really have nobody holding me accountable. I mean, that's why I created the secret Twitter account, because like I just didn't want nobody judging me. In college, I actually, you know, came clean to some of my my friends from Bible study about it, you know, and they told me, hey man, you're not alone. We go through this too, you know. So like, I think for a spell they were my accountability partners, but you know, after I graduated and you know I moved to St. Louis with my dad, like I didn't have nobody holding me accountable. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this format as I'm gonna use y'all as my accountability partners. Anybody that wants to, you know, follow me through this journey, just, you know, any of my subscribers or anybody watching right now that's going through the same thing, you know, we can hold each other accountable. I guess I'm treating this as a confessional booth of sorts, even though I'm not Catholic. But I mean, I think it's always helpful to have somebody, you know, hold you accountable when you're messing up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check in with y'all every Monday to see, like, you know, how am I holding up throughout the week. I'll keep records of any time I slip and fall, victim to temptation, and I'm really gonna try to put an end to this, because I want to be a good man, a good husband to the woman that I'm destined to marry, and I can't do that if I can't, you know, deal with this habit. You know, I actually, a couple years ago, I got this book called Every Man's Battle. One of my friends in college recommended it to me, and it had there's a lot of interesting stories in here. Very valid points, but, you know, even after reading this, you know, it was still hard to try to come to grips with how I was going to deal with this. And, you know, I think they have a whole series. I mean, they got, there's one that's called Every Man's Battle. That was the original one. I think this one is for like teenagers and like young adults. And then they got one for women too. So, anybody that's dealing with lust issues, pornography addiction, sex addiction, yeah, check this out, or go check out the first one, or, you know, if you're a woman, check out the I forgot what the women's version is called, but they got one for women too. So I think you can Google the Every Man series. You should be able to find it. Today is Monday, August 6th. So I will check in with y'all next Monday to see how I'm holding up. This brings an end to the first episode of Pornoholic Not Anonymous. I'm Paraphrase. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a like. Drop a dislike if you're not feeling it. Tell your friends. Also, for those of y'all that haven't been following me, I'm a hip hop artist, and I have a project out right now called Sincerely Yours, and it's free. The link is in the description right now. So if you like rap music, you can go check that out. See y'all next week. I'm out.